All right, we've got a fairly long problem that we have to work through, and we'll do this actually in pieces. It's a question on developing a master budget for a manufacturing organization. And if we go down through here, the first part of this is going to be for a production budget. Production budgets are uh, fairly simple. But because we're going to have to come back to these numbers in some of the future requirements, we're going to go ahead and do this. And, I'll probably just break this up into kind of a 5-part video series. And we'll go from there. So a lot of information here, as you can see, as I scroll down through this. We have to do several things. So the way that they've done this, they've actually done you a little bit of a favor because they've broken these requirements down, first a production, then a purchases budget, then they want a manufacturing cost budget, then a cash budget, and then a budgeted income statement. So uh, you need to, rather than look at all of these facts and start panicking, recognize that you're only going to need uh, a handful of facts to fill out each portion of this requirement, starting with the production budget in Part A. So the production budget, as we've discussed in other videos, our starting point is always our sales budget. And our sales budget's the starting point for everything. But we start with, if we want to determine, okay, what do I need to produce? The best way to do that is to say, well, what am I budgeted to sell? And then just make some minor adjustments for desired beginning and ending inventory. Okay. So because that's all we're doing, I'm going to be kind of jumping around and finding the facts in the scenario and working through it that way. I'm not going to read through the entire thing and then go pick those facts out. So it says the first thing that we have to solve for is requirements for current sales, and they have provided that to us. Now notice they've given us 4 months, so we only need January, February, and March, and those figures are 10, 15, and 13. So all we have to do is just plug those in, and we have 3 boxes filled out. What a deal. Desired ending inventory. Okay, this is going to come down to a matter of the company's policy, so we have to find out what that is. And it says ending finished goods inventory. They desire to maintain an ending finished goods inventory equal to 20% of the following month's sales. Okay, and it also says, skipping a few little bit of that sentence, it says January the 1st, 2017 inventories are in line with these policies. So that's great, because that will help us tremendously. So the desired ending inventory is 20% of the following month. So for the month of January, all we have to do is just take 10,000 and multiply, I'm sorry, not 10,000. What am I talking about? 15,000, which is for February, okay, and multiply by 20%, okay. So the desired ending inventory is for the following month. And then we just add these two figures here together, 13,000 less beginning inventory. So we're looking at January, but back in the month of December, they would have accounted for 20% of this 10,000 here. So this is going to be 20% of 10,000 is 2,000. We subtract that out, and they tell us to do that. Less beginning inventory of 2,000 is going to give us 11,000. Okay. For the month of February, our desired ending inventory is going to be 20% of March sales. So 20% of 13,000. So we have 2,600 here. Add those together, and that would be 17,600. And then our less our beginning inventory. Well, we can just pull this 3,000 right here down, right? So ending inventory for January is beginning inventory for February, or we could just take 20% times 15,000. Again, we already did it once. So we're going to subtract that out. And so our production requirements for the month of February are 14,600. So not a whole lot to this. And I think what I'm going to do, even though this video hasn't gotten very long yet, is I'm going to break these into A, B, C, D, and E videos. So I'm going to close this one out, and then we'll come back, and I believe the purchases budget will be next.